Hello there, Year Fives. It's Mr. Cooper, obviously, and it's your final thing for Friday. It's your science. So, it's on sheet 3, wider curriculum, and you've got a little do now first. So, do nows for science, I'll just talk you through them. What is the difference between orbit and rotate? Remember, that's going back to our space. So, orbit is to go around something. Is to go around something. There you go. That would be orbiting. So, the Earth orbits the Sun. The moon orbits the Earth. Rotate is simply turning on its axis. Okay. We are all trapped in the sun's what? Now that's the one with the big, that's the lesson we went outside and we had the big parachute and I stood in the middle. So we're all trapped in the sun's gravitational pull. Remember the gravity of the sun, because it's such a big mass, bends like an invisible fabric of space, and it makes everything else get trapped in it. Estimate how many newtons it would take to lift to life a glass. Oh dear, you can tell I was making these last week, in the madness of last week. Estimate how many newtons it would take to lift a glass of water. I apologise, Year 5. If you can crack that code and work out what I was trying to mean, I would say between 5 or 10, depending on the glass of water, how big it is. Between 5 and 10 newtons, I'd say, to lift a glass of water, but that's only my estimations. As long as you don't go for 1 or 50. State of matter. What state of matter is a jumper? Now I've picked this one because we've agreed that liquids can take the shape of a container. Technically, if you shove a jumper into something, it can fill the container, can't it? But the jumper is made up of fabric, which are solids, and remember the big one, it keeps its shape. And what some of us said, which is a brilliant definition, a solid is something that you have to apply force to break it. And a jumper, obviously, you'd have to apply quite a lot of force for a jumper. You'd have to cut it. That's you've got the force of the scissors. Draw gas particles. That should be dead easy. You just got, I won't draw it, but your particles very far apart. They're going everywhere. And what is the winter and summer solstice? I don't know why the "and" is in there. So the winter and summer solstice is the longest and shortest day of the year. So the winter solstice is the shortest day, and the summer solstice is the longest day. So, your little task. Annoyingly, it looks like it's going to be the least sunny of the week. So, I've asked you to go outside. Linking to when the Sheffield Ham students came in, they got you to do a little bug hunt in school. It was amazing. We found massive centipedes and huge spiders. But what they were actually coming to do was talk to you about features of animals, their habitats, and actually how they've adapted in these biomes and the mini habitats that they create, that they live in. So I've just given you an example here. So for example, you go in your garden, you might find an ant. Visible features, without getting too technical. Very small body. They've got 6 legs. They've got small antennae. So why might they have these things? Well, the very small body, it's very hard for predators to find them, and they can get into really small gaps in the ground. 6 legs, when they move quickly along uneven surfaces, because there's 6 of them, so they can go along, rocks and bits of soil. Small antennae, well, that's to feel in very dark places, isn't it? So go outside, see what you can find. Remember how they did it? How the Sheffield Ham students did it? They looked under things, but then they put the things back. Go into those dark, damp places, little corners. There must be bits of the garden, because remember, everywhere has creatures somewhere. Okay. The other reason I did this, it's Friday, it's the end of the week. It'd be lovely to do this if you've got any younger siblings or even older siblings. They might want to go out and get a little bug hunt going. All right, take the family out if the whole family are in at the moment. So get everyone together. I'd love to see some photos of you taking your little siblings around and looking at bugs. And you can teach them things. Talk to them about, maybe not why they've adapted, but you can talk to them about the features they've got. Oh, it's got a very small body. Why is that? So it's a brilliant opportunity for you guys to wander around with brothers or sisters, your family, and have a little bug hunt. Okay, it's a bit cloudy at the moment, it should brighten up later. But there's only, I've only left a box for a couple of things. So enjoy your book hunt. Think about what the features of the animal are, and then why have they adapted in that way. Okay, and send me photos if you want to send me photos of your book hunt. I'm sure I can send them to Mr. P. You might even tweet them. You never know. So enjoy.